Blessed is he who reads aloud the words of the prophecy, and blessed are those who hear and who keep what is written therein, for the time is near. Revelation 1:3. So let's dive in and trust the Lord that he will give you wisdom and understanding as we go verse by verse through the book of Revelation. Always remember Acts 17:11, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether these things were so. Revelation 1:2 through 1:15. Then I turned to see the voice that was speaking with me, and having turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. And in the middle of the lampstands I saw one like a son of man, clothed in a robe reaching to his feet, and girded across his chest with a golden sash. His head and his hair were white like wool, like snow, and his eyes were like a flame of fire. His feet were like burnished bronze when it has been made to glow in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of many waters. There are 7 golden lampstands, one for each of the 7 churches. Who is the light of the world? Jesus. The purpose of the church is to be a light in this world of darkness. What is the source of light for the church to shine? The teaching of the word of Jesus Christ. How bright does your church shine? So who is in the midst of the 7 churches? Jesus. Here we have the only description of Jesus in the New Testament. Jesus in all his glory is described, clothed with a robe fit for a king, clear down to his feet, showing righteousness and honor. A golden breastplate or girdle across his chest with the names of his people engraved, ready to fulfill his role as a redeemer. His hair as white as snow, pure and tried as the Ancient of Days. His flaming, penetrating eyes that pierce even the hardest of hearts. His feet sturdy and strong. His voice commanding, full of knowledge and wisdom. Revelation 1:16. In his right hand he held 7 stars, and out of his mouth came a sharp 2-edged sword, and his face was like the sun shining in its strength. His right hand, the hand of righteousness, held 7 stars. The 7 stars represent the leaders or leadership of the 7 churches. This could even mean the angels that God uses to watch over and is assigned to each church. Revelation 1:20. The word of the Lord is a 2-edged sword. It can wound and heal at the same time. The word of the Lord spoke the world into creation, and the word of the Lord will defeat the forces of the Antichrist and slay his armies. His strength is so pure and holy that we can't look upon him with our earthly eyes. It's like trying to stare at the sun on a hot, glaring day. You can only do it for a few seconds, and then you have to turn away. Revelation 1:17 through 19. When I saw him, I fell at his feet like a dead man. And he placed his right hand on me, saying, Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last, and the living one. And I was dead, and behold, I am alive for evermore. And I have the keys of death and of Hades. Therefore, write the things which you have seen, and the things which are, and the things which will take place after these things. John collapsed at the feet of Jesus. Being in the presence of the Most Holy, full of glory and power, no mortal man could stay on his feet. It had been nearly 60 years since John had seen those nail-scarred hands of his Savior, but Jesus, being full of mercy and grace, picks him up, saying, Do not fear, it's I, Jesus. This was the same Jesus that lived and then died upon that cross, only to be raised forevermore. Do not fear, for I am the only one that has the keys of hell and death. Don't worry, just write down the things which I am going to show to you. Jesus holds the key to setting you free. So Jesus descended into hell and preached to the souls that were in prison, and when he ascended, he led those captives from their captivity, for he had the keys of death and hell, and he wants to set you free too. John commanded to write the things which you have seen, the things past, things which are, the things that were present at that time, and the things which shall take place after these things, the things in the future. This can also be used for an outline for the entire book of Revelation. past would be chapter 1. The present were chapters 2 through 3. And the future, chapters 4 through 22. The words hereafter are a translation of the Greek words meta autos, which literally means after these things. So you have John writing that which he saw. He will be writing in chapters 2 and 3 the things which are during this present age, the things of the church. And then as you begin in chapter 4, he's going to write of the things that transpire after the things of the church, the things that will be hereafter, or more literally, after these things. So it is significant that you need to watch for it. Chapter 4 begins with Greek words meta autos, after these things. I saw a door open in heaven, and the first voice was as of trumpet saying unto me, Come up hither, and I will show you things which must be. Again, the repetition of the Greek words meta autos, after these things. So you enter into the third section of the book when you get to chapter 4. So you get into the future aspects of the book. We are now living in the eras of chapters 2 and 3, the things which are. The church continues to exist, and the testimony and the witness of the church and the witness of Jesus concerning his church, which is even more important. So there are 3 divisions of the book. It is important that you catch this, because if you don't, you're going to have a constantly confused and garbled view of the future. You will see the church in the midst of the tribulation and the 144,000. You'll try to twist to be the church. There are all kinds of twisted and exaggerated concepts that have come from the book of Revelation, because people did not catch the key in the first chapter here.